Friends, today we will learn about regulation of transcription in eukaryotes. The control of gene expression is far more complex in eukaryotes than in bacteria. Is primarily controlled at the level of initiation of transcription. As in bacteria, transcription in eukaryotic cells is controlled by proteins that bind to specific regulatory sequences and modulate the activity of RNA polymerase. In addition, the packaging of DNA into chromatin and its modification may also control the eukaryotic gene expression. Influence of chromatin structure in transcription. Changes in chromatin structure can result in repression or stimulation of gene expression. As genes become more transcriptionally active, chromatin shows increased sensitivity to DNase 1 digestion also suggesting that the chromatin structure is more open. DNase 1 hypersensitivity sites are typically found near regulatory promoter elements, approximately 1000 nucleotides upstream of a transcription start site and occasionally at the 3' end of the gene as well. This sensitivity to DNase 1 suggests a more relaxed or open conformational state for the chromatin, allowing access to transcriptional factors as well as DNA1. Essentially, the DNA becomes more exposed due to the lack of nucleosome structure. The transcription factors responsible for transcription seem unable to assemble onto a promoter that is packaged in a conventional nucleosome. Thus, the local alterations in chromatin structure facilitate the assembly of the transcription factors and the RNA polymerase holoenzyme at the promoter. Two most important ways for altering chromatin structure locally are covalent histone modifications and nucleosome remodeling. Covalent histone modification. The N-terminal tail of histones are subject to a wide range of post-translational covalent modifications. These modifications play a significant role in the ability of nearby genes to be transcribed. There are four main types of modifications to histone tails known to play a role in regulating gene expression: acetylation of lysines, methylation of lysines and arginine, ubiquitination of lysines, and phosphorylation of serines and threonines. Other less common modifications are ADP ribosylation of glutamic acid and sumolylation of lysine residues. Histone acetylation and deacetylation control chromatin activity. Specific lysines in the tails of histones are often found to be acetylated in chromosome regions containing genes that are active or potentially active. Enzymes that acetylate histone are called histone acetyl transferases. Acetylation appears to function at several levels to influence gene expression. One of the first HAT discovered was P55 in tetrahymena. HATs function as transcriptional co-activators due to the loss of positive charges when the charged lysine side chains are modified. The affinity between the histones and DNA have reduced. The net effect is that RNA polymerase and transcription factors find it easier to access the promoter region. Histone deacetylases have the opposite effect of removing groups and promoting transcriptional repression. HDACs, like HAT, are contained in multi-protein complexes. Methylation also reversibly modify histones, Histone methylation is carried out by methyl transferases targeting certain arginine and lysine residues in histones H3 and H4. Histone methylation acts as a signal for both transcriptional repression and activation. For example, methylation of histone H3 at lysine 9 and methylation of histone H3 or lysine 27 are both largely associated with gene silencing and heterochromatin formation. In contrast, methylation of H3K4, H3K36, H3K79 is associated with active chromatin. Now come to nucleosome remodeling. The second type of chromatin modification that can influence genome expression is nucleosome remodeling. Nucleosome remodeling does not involve covalent modification to histone proteins. Remodeling is induced by an energy dependent process that weakens the contact between the nucleosome and the DNA with which it is associated. Remodeling in the strict sense involves a change in the structure of the nucleosome but no change in its position. In some cases, the remodeling can involve cis and trans displacement that involves movement of nucleosome. ATP dependent chromatin remodeling complexes responsible for nucleosome remodeling. Two best studied classes of these complexes are the SWL or SNF family and the ISWI based family. Two best family remodeling complex SWI by SNF pronounced as Swiss SNP in mutants that were mating type switching defective SWI2 and sucrose non-fermenters that is SNF2. In addition to carrying ATPase domains, it exhibits bromodomains which interact with acetylated lysine residues in histones. Now come to DNA methylation and gene regulation. In eukaryotes, DNA methylation occurs in cytosine residues and specific for CpG sequence. This methylation is catalyzed by enzyme DNA methyltransferases. DNA methylation is an important heritable epigenetic genetic modification of the genome and is involved in the gene regulation. The regions of the genome with a high number of methylated cytosine are usually transcriptionally inactive. The absence of DNA methylation is a prerequisite for transcriptionally active regions. In bacteria, both adenine and cytosine can be methylated. The main function of DNA methylation in bacteria is to provide protection from one restriction endonucleases. It also plays an important role in the mismatch repair. Cytosine methylation is relatively rare in lower eukaryotes, but in vertebrates up to 10% of the total number of cytosine bases are methylated and in plants up to 30%. There are two types of methylation process known as eukaryotic cells, maintenance methylation and the de novo methylation. In maintenance methylation addition of methyl groups occurs in a newly synthesized strand of DNA at positions opposite methylated sites on the parent strand. The maintenance activity ensures that the two daughter DNA molecules retain the methylation pattern of the parent molecule. In de novo methylation, addition of methyl group occurs at totally new positions. Let's know about CpG islands. CG CG is present in the vertebrate genome at only about one-fifth of its randomly expected frequency. During the evolution, the sequence CpG has been progressively eliminated from the genome due to deamination of 5-methyl cytosines to thymines. For example, in humans, this dinucleotide is present only 5 to 10% of its predicted frequency. In 70 to 80%, their CpG dinucleotides are methylated. These methylated regions are typical of the bulk chromatin that constitutes most non-transcribed DNA. In contrast to the rest of the genome, smaller regions of DNA termed CpG islands have maintained the expected frequency of CpG content. Most frequently, these islands are located within upstream regions of many genes. Genes which contain CpG in their promoter are usually housekeeping genes which have a broad tissue pattern of expression. Many relatively tissue-specific genes are also regulated by CpG islands methylation. It is important to note that non-methylated CpG island within the promoter region is not always associated with actively transcribed gene. However, the lack of methylation of CpG island within the promoter region of the gene is required for transcription of the gene. Now come to regulation of transcription by methylation. DNA methylation is persistent throughout genomes and is missing only in regions such as CpG islands, promoters, and possibly enhancers. DNA methylation switches off eukaryotic gene expression, particularly when it occurs in the promoter regions upstream of a gene's transcribed sequences. The way in which DNA methylation prevents gene expression is poorly understood. However, in many cases, DNA methylation is recognized by a family of proteins that contain a conserved methyl CpG binding domain (MBD). Since since the methyl group of M5C residues extend into double-stranded DNA's major group, MBDS can bind to them without perturbing DNA's double helical structure. MBD containing proteins inhibit the transcription of their bound promoter methylated genes by recruiting protein complexes that induce the alternation of the local chromosome structure in a way that prevents the transcription of the associated gene. An important regulatory role of DNA methylation has been established in the phenomenon known as genomic imprinting, which controls the expression of some genes involved in the development of mammalian embryos. In most cases, both the paternal and maternal alleles of a gene are expressed in diploid cells. However, there are few imprinted genes whose expression depends on whether they are inherited from the mother or from the father. In some cases, only the paternal allele of an imprinted gene is expressed, and the maternal allele is transcriptionally inactive. For other imprinted genes, the maternal allele is expressed and the paternal allele is inactive. This is a form of allelic exclusion. In such cells, the relevant gene is said to exhibit functionally hemizygosity. DNA methylation is involved in genomic imprinting. Imprinting is controlled by imprint control elements, the DNA sequences that are found within a few kilobases of clusters of imprinted genes. These centers mediate the methylation of imprinted regions. An example of an imprinted gene in humans is IGF2, that is insulin like growth factor 2, which codes for the growth factor. Only the paternal copy of IGT2 is transcribed. IGF2 is not expressed from the maternally inherited chromosome. Now come to post-translational gene regulation. Regulation of gene regulation of gene expression at the level of transcription is most effective and most common process. Regulation of genes also occur transcriptionally. Post-transcriptional regulation may occur at the level of transcription. However, regulation at this level is less efficient. It is consequently less frequent, just as regulatory proteins may bind to DNA and either promote or repress transcription. Proteins may also bind to specific sequences on a mRNA and regulate its translation. Examples of both positive and negative translational regulations are known. The response of mRNA to iron is used below as an example of translational repression. The level of ferritin is regulated in response to the iron supply. When iron concentration is low, translation of ferritin mRNA is reduced. When iron concentration is high, ferritin synthesis increases. In animals, an RNA binding protein is responsible for translational repression of ferritin mRNA. The 5-UTR of ferritin mRNA contains a specific recognition sequence known as an iron responsive element, that is IRE, which forms a stem loop structure. Now come to post-transcriptional regulation. Regulation of gene expression at the level of transcription is most efficient and most common process. Regulation of genes also occur post-transcriptionally. Post-transcriptional regulation may occur at the level of translation. However, regulation at this level is less efficient. It is consequently less frequent, just as regulatory proteins may bind to DNA and either promote or repress transcription. Proteins may also to bind to specific sequence on a mRNA and regulate its translation. Example of both positive and negative translational regulation are known. The response of mRNA to iron is used below as example of transcriptional repression. The level of ferritin is regulated in response to the iron supply. When iron concentration is low, translation of ferritin mRNA is reduced. When iron concentration is high, ferritin synthesis increases. In animals, an RNA binding protein is responsible for translational repression of ferritin mRNA. The 5-UTR of ferritin mRNA contains a special recognition sequence known as an iron responsive element, which forms a stem loop structure. When iron concentration is low, an iron regulatory protein IRP binds to the IRE and prevents translation. The free iron concentration in the cytoplasm is directly monitored by the iron regulatory proteins. Although there are several IRPs, the major one is cytosolic enzyme aconitis. Surplus iron results in the detachment of IRP from the ferritin mRNA, which can then be translated. The protein transferrin receptor responsible for the transport of iron binding proteins, transferrin, is also regulated by IRP binding to an IRE present at the 3' UTR of the mRNA, but in this case mRNA stability is affected. Now come to RNA interference. Let's know about RNA interference. RNA interference is an evolutionary conserved mechanism of gene regulation that is induced by small silencing RNA in a sequence specific manner. In 1998, Fire and Mello first established in the uh, established this in C. elegans. Historically, RNA interference was known by other names including post-transcriptional gene silencing (PTGS), transgene silencing, and quelling. RNase has been observed in all eukaryotes from yeast to mammals. RNA interference has an important role in post-transcriptional gene regulation, transposon regulation, and defending cells against viruses. Two types of small silencing tRNA molecules, small interfering RNA and microRNA, are central to RNA interferences. siRNAs mediated RNAi. In the siRNAs mediated RNA pathway, the double-stranded RNAs are processed into Si single-stranded siRNAs duplexes comprised of two approximately 21 nucleotides long strands with two nucleotides overhangs at the 3' ends by an enzyme called dicer. Dicer is a approximately 200 kilodalton multi-domain an RNase 3 family enzyme that functions in processing double-stranded to single-stranded siRNA. Double-stranded to single-stranded RNA. the uh, dicer the dicer includes an ATPase or RNA helicase domain, catalytic RNase 3 complex, uh, catalytic 3 RNA 3 domains and double stranded RNA binding domain. Dicer and a double stranded RNA binding protein then load the RNA duplex into RISC. The siRNA is thought to provide target specificity to RISC through base pairing of the guide strand with the target mRNA. Only one of the two strands, which is known as the guide strand, directs the gene silencing. The other anti-guide strand or passenger strand is degraded during RISC activation. The active component of an RNA-induced silencing complex RISC are endonucleases called argonaute protein, which cleave the target mRNA strand complementary to their bound Si single stranded. Let's know about miRNA mediated RNAi. miRNAs, microRNA. Mi means microRNAs are small non-coding RNA molecules encoded in the genomes of plants, animals, and their viruses. These highly conjured 20 to 25 mer RNAs appear to regulate gene expression post-transcriptionally by binding to the 3' untranslated regions of specific mRNAs. Victor Ambros and colleagues identified the first miRNA LIN4 in C. elegans over a decade ago. The LIN4 gene was unusual in that it does not encode a protein but rather a small RNA that imperfectly base paired to complementary sequences on target mRNAs in order to block gene expression. The LIN4 controls the expression of LIN14 gene. The LIN4 transcript are complementary to sequence present in the 3' UTR of LIN14 mRNA. In 2000, a second miRNA LET7 was discovered by Gary Ruvkun's group in C. elegans that works in a similar manner to LIN4. These small RNAs have been shown to play critical roles in developmental timing, hematopoietic cell differentiation, cell death, cell proliferation, and oncogenesis. miRNAs are synthesized in the nucleus along RNA polymerase II transcripts called miRNAs that are characterized by imperfect hairpin structures. RNA polymerase III also transcribes some pre-miRNAs and RNase 3 enzyme DROSA acts as a double-stranded RNA-specific endonuclease in conjunction with a double-stranded RNA-binding protein called PASA in Drosophila and DGCR8 DGCR8 in mammals processes the pre-miRNA into hairpin RNAs 70 to 100 NTS in length called pre-miRNAs. Complex of DGCR8 or PASA with the enzyme DROSA is called microprocessor complex. Pre-miRNAs also derive from introns and known as mitrons. However, mitrons not involve processing by microprocessor complex. Pre-miRNAs are transported to the cytoplasm. It is mediated by exportin 5. In the cytoplasm, Dicer processes the pre-miRNA into miRNA duplex and load it into the RISC. Members of the Argonaute protein family are central to RISC function. Argonautes are needed for miRNA-induced silencing and contain two observed RNA binding domains, a PAS domain that can bind the single-stranded 3' and of the mature miRNA and a PIWI domain that structurally resembles ribonuclease H. miRNA biogenesis in plants differs from animal biogenesis mainly in the steps of the nuclear processing and export. First, in plants, single enzyme DCLI present inside the nucleus fills the roles of both DROSA and dicer, converting pre-miRNAs to mature miRNA. Second, before plant miRNA duplexes are transported out of the nucleus, its 3' overhangs are methylated by S-adenosyl methionine dependent methyl transferase called HEN1. Gene silencing may occur either via mRNA degradation or preventing mRNA from being translated. miRNAs function via base pairing with complementary sequences within target mRNA molecules. If there is complete complementation between the miRNA and target mRNA sequence, ago can cleave the mRNA and lead to direct mRNA degradation. If there is not complete complementation, the silencing is achieved by preventing translation. Plant miRNAs usually have perfect or near perfect pairing with their target mRNA and induce gene repression through degradation of their target transcripts. In contrast, animal miRNAs are able to recognize their target mRNAs by as little as 6 to 8 nucleotides at the 5' end of an animal miRNA. A given miRNA may have multiple different mRNA targets. Now come to SI single RNA versus miRNAs, microRNAs. Okay, siRNAs versus miRNAs. The SI means the small RNAs that provide target specificity of to the silencing machinery. SI RNAs and miRNAs can be distinguished by their origin. siRNAs are processed from double-stranded RNA precursors made up of two distinct strands of perfectly base paired RNA, while miRNAs originate from a single long transcript that forms imperfectly base paired hairpin structures. siRNAs were originally identified as intermediates in the RNase pathway after induction by exogenous double-stranded RNA. However, endogenous sources of siRNAs have now been recognized. miRNAs were discovered through their critical roles in development and cellular regulation. miRNAs have always been recognized as being of endogenous origin. miRNA appear to be processed from stem loop precursors with incomplete double-stranded character, whereas siRNAs derive from long, fully complementary double-stranded RNAs. The siRNAs derived from long double-stranded RNA precursors also differ from miRNAs in that miRNAs typically have an incomplete base pairing to a target and inhibit the translation of many different mRNAs with similar sequences. In contrast, the siRNAs typically base pair perfectly and induce mRNA cleavage only in a single specific target. PIRNA PIRNA are the most recently discovered class of longer small RNAs which bind to the PIWI clade of argonaute proteins. PIRNAs are thought to derive from a single-stranded RNA precursor and are made without a dicing step that is dicer independent. They are mostly antisense, but a small fraction is in the sense orientation. They are 2' O methylated at their 3' termini, unlike miRNAs, but similar to single-stranded RNAs. Simple RNAs. piRNAs probably direct cleavage of transposon mRNA or chromatin modification at transposon loci. Thank you.